It's in our nature to protect the ones we love, to stand up to any danger, to be strong and courageous, to always be prepared, to keep our family safe, to be the first line of defense. We are born to protect.
What's up and welcome to the channel. My name is Headshot and thank you for joining us. Today I want to do an overview of cheap versus expensive carry guns, give you some of the differences that I see on them, and these are very general kind of differences, all right? There's always exceptions to this rule, but I just want to give you some things to think about. If you're going to become a concealed carrier soon, or if you are one looking to upgrade, is it worth it? Those are the kinds of things I want to answer. When you keep in mind that your budget doesn't just involve a firearm when you're just starting out specifically, you have ammo costs, you have holster costs, you have training costs, you have hopefully in your budget, like the USCCA. That's the video you've seen before this video. They support us in a huge way. They support our community in a huge way. That's something you want to budget for, because if you ever had to use your gun in self-defense, you want that legal and financial protection. It's a great service for not a lot of money, man. So make sure you keep that in your budget as well. But there's more to it than just a firearm. I think we made a video years back about just that subject. But point being that we need to kind of differentiate, what's the difference between this $200 and $700 carry gun? Hopefully I can give you some ideas and bullet points. Mrs. Headshot helped me out with her perspective as well. So hopefully I can get some good information to you guys. I have that link to the USCCA down in the description box, and also to our Patreon. If you'd like to join our community over there, we'd love to have you. Or if you just want to subscribe here on YouTube, man, thank you so much for your support and what you do for us. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. I have a variety of carry guns here, everything ranging from the upper $700 to the $199 budget. Not everybody can afford a $700 carry gun plus ammo and everything else I just mentioned. Or maybe you're buying one for you and your spouse. This is how me and Mrs. Headshot actually started this channel. We both bought a carry gun and we trained together and we sucked in the beginning together and we got better together. And here we are today, over 6 years later. And we've improved a heck of a lot, but we didn't start with $1,000 carry guns each. We started way more modestly than that. Okay. So I totally get it. And there's some $200 carry guns, man, that I absolutely love. And I'm going to show you one specifically at the end of the video here. So let's go over, everything's been safety checked too, by the way. Let's go over the Ruger LCP2. This obviously is the second generation of the LCP. This one has a better trigger, better grip texturing on the grip here. One thing you're going to notice though with your cheaper, less expensive or budget option carry guns is the bill materials. So this one has some slide wear and stuff, which is pretty typical, but this one is a little bit more pronounced than something like, and this one's been in the holster a lot. Let's take a look at this Hellcat. Not holstered as many times, I would say, but it's not starting to show that wear nearly as much. This one's been in and out of a holster quite a bit, and you can see just the difference there between the two slides. We'll take some up close pictures too so you can see that difference, but you're going to notice your wear patterns and stuff, generally speaking, is going to be more on a less expensive gun, just because the materials have to be less expensive for them to get it to that price point. Also, let's look at the sights here. So Ruger did this integrated sight setup where these are milled out in the slide. So if we look at this, maybe this Hellcat here, again, everything's been safety checked. The Hellcat has a traditional set of sights here where you actually have a U-notch in the rear with a tritium insert up front. That bright yellow dot draws your eye right to it. So this is going to be much easier to shoot at range, maybe even quick shots, up close shots. This is going to be an easier gun to shoot. And I'm not talking about 9mm or 380. They could both be the same size and everything, but those sights are going to make it much easier to pick up your shots on. Now, keep in mind, this is an up close and dirty type of firearm. Somebody's on you trying to attack you, kill you, whatever the case may be. You're not going to be shooting somebody at 50 yards with this thing, okay? This is right up on you, 3 to 5, 7 feet, something like that. So it can get the job done, but those are the little small differences you're going to see on your cheaper carry guns like this. Let me push this magazine all the way in there. Mrs. Headshot's been carrying this one for a while now, so we got something going on the slide here. But again, she kind of gets what this gun is for. It is literally just to protect yourself when somebody's absolutely right up on top of you, maybe a backup gun or something like that. Slide stop, the controls again, all right? You don't have a traditional takedown lever like you do here on your Hellcat. This one has a little pin that you push through to take the gun down. Slide stop is protected on the Hellcat, where it's just kind of there on the LCP2 and things like that. You're going to notice some even more differences. Let's grab the Taurus G3 here, okay, for example. This is a great gun. The G2C was amazing as well. Taurus makes a pretty dang good carry gun. This one has not been holstered a whole lot. I mean, really not a whole lot. And I'm already starting to see some of that wear coming off of the slide. I wasn't too impressed with this slide material and coating that they used from the factory anyways. But you can just see, you're going to start seeing wear prematurely a lot of the times. I'm not going to say all the time, obviously. So if we compare that to, again, the P365, you can see the obvious difference there. There's just going to be much better materials on your higher cost carry guns. But Taurus makes a good one, man. This one has a manual safety if that's something you're into. No replaceable back straps. So on a lot of bigger guns like this, you're generally going to have a replaceable back strap or a module or something like that. Taurus doesn't do that. Again, they're trying to keep that cost low. This one, we actually did get 2 magazines, which is a great thing. A lot of the smaller carry guns, specifically though, you're going to get 1 mag, like this DB9 Gen 4, 1 magazine. The LCP2, 1 magazine. On most of your more expensive ones, you're going to get at least 2 magazines, like the Hellcat here, 11+1, and a 13+1 capacity for this one right here. So obviously, less features on the less expensive carry guns. You're going to get less aftermarket support. So whereas a Glock, you can find pretty much any kind of attachment or holster or sights or something like that. On the Taurus or the DB9 or whatever, you're going to have less of those options to choose from. So that's something that you may want to consider as well. We carry all of our holsters in Holster holsters. I'll have a link and a discount code to them as well. But these holsters are fantastic. And for most of these more common or expensive carry guns, I can find a holster for them all day long, sights, whatever I want to do. So that's something to keep in mind there as well. I've had pretty good luck with a lot of these less expensive carry guns. We had the DB9 or the Diamondback AM2. I was not a fan of that firearm just personally. We've had some issues with some in the past, though, okay? And ranging all over the spectrum, really, from expensive ones to less expensive, but it seems like we've had more problems with less expensive carry guns or firearms, handguns, generally, in the past. But, like I said, that can happen to any manufacturer. To me, though, it almost seems like I would take more... I would be willing to bet my life more on a more well-known brand, somebody that's put extensive amount of research into their firearm. I would be willing to bet my life more on that than I would taking a chance on some of the less expensive carry guns. Not to say there's no good ones, because I've made videos on plenty of good ones. There's just some out there I just would not trust my life to, okay? So take that for what it's worth. Generally speaking, definitely, though, Ruger is pretty dang reliable. This Diamondback Gen 4, we've had very good luck with it, all right? It's not something I carry every day. Taurus seems like they're making some better semi-autos, and again, there's more manufacturers out there. But that's something you're going to have to keep in mind too, depending on your budget, of course. Is it worth it to save up a little bit more to go with something that you may trust at the end of the day? That's what it's all about. Your firearm has to work, so do extensive research if that's what it takes. Make sure that you're getting something super reliable. But remember that any man-made object, including from Glock, SIG, anybody, they can have issues down the road. Sometimes if you use the wrong ammo or whatever the case may be, Reliability is key here, man. This is what it's all about. Your gun has to work when it is called upon to do so, if ever. Hopefully not, but that is what it is. So more features on the more expensive. Aftermarket support. Reliability generally is going to be really good with the more expensive and well-known ones. So there's some of the key differences. You're going to have a better feel in the hand generally with the more expensive ones. Better grip texturing sometimes, although like the one on this Taurus G2C is absolutely fantastic. So can't really say anything there. Maybe smoother operation. This is a SIG P938 Spartan 2. Super expensive. $700. I'm getting a little bit of surface rust on the rear sight. That's something I've noticed that Sig Sauer, for whatever reason on their sites, I get some of that. Okay, so it's not always the case that this is a very awesome gun, very reliable. I would trust my life to it. I do, because I carry it. Right now I'm carrying it anyways, but you have to take care of these things, and sometimes you just get issues like that, even with more expensive carry guns. It's not exclusive to just the less expensive ones. But better functionality and feel in the hand, and generally the way the gun operates is going to be a little bit smoother, and the materials are going to be better there as well. Working the gun, slide stops, things like that. Man, it's a tough decision, especially if you're in a spot where $200 to $500 could mean you get one or you don't get one. You just want to take your time and look at all your options. There is one exception to this rule, and this is the M&P 9 Shield. And there's a second gen of the Shield. These are fantastic carry guns for well under $300. Made by Smith & Wesson. All right, so they're known for putting out quality products, stainless steel slide and barrel, all the kinds of aftermarket support, great feel in the hand, no backstrap option, but that's okay. This gun is fantastic, and this is a sub $300 gun, sometimes under $200 depending on what kind of deal you run across maybe, but these things are just great. The Walther PPS M2, another sub $300 carry gun that I definitely trust my life to. So there are some exceptions to this rule. You're just going to want to, if budget is in there, again, take some time, research. I hear what your opinion is, man. Make sure you leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.